This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to my breakdown of the Injustice trailer. This is for the movie, not a new game. And I only waited a little bit because I wanted to find one that didn't have the giant IGN logo in it. And I did. So, let's go break this down.
Imagine meeting you here, Lois.
So we begin with the events that bring us all in motion. The Joker's kidnapping of Lois Lane. And this makes things pretty interesting. And if you did not know, this is more based off of the Injustice comics than it is the Injustice games. The comics were based off the games, but explained what happened and how Superman, became Dictator Superman. But that's just, something I wanted to explain. And if you haven't read the comics yet, I would recommend reading them. And perhaps I'll do something explaining the story of those very briefly. But I won't do that until after this movie's out, so I don't give huge spoilers for anything.
This is a priority call to all Justice League members. A woman is missing.
She's one of ours. Her name is Lois Lane.
Lois.
And this is another moment from the comics where they where Batman just informing them that Lois has been kidnapped. I'm guessing that this scene's a little longer because it was in the comics. It was mainly, I think, Wonder Woman saying, "I'd meet everyone for a missing persons case," and that's what happens in between Batman saying, "There's a missing person in Metropolis," and then that it's Lois as, one of theirs. So let's continue watching because I love this trailer.
My masterpiece.
Brace yourself!
We then have Joker saying this is his masterpiece, and the nuke going off with Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Joker, and Harley Quinn still in Metropolis, but Green Lantern does put up a protective bubble and saves all of them. And this did happen in the comic. And I don't know if we saw any shots of it, but the submarine, which is named Gunter, will be in this, and I still hope they keep the name in the movie because it was pretty funny in the comic with Harley Quinn naming it Gunter. But I'll just keep watching because it's such a great trailer.
You took his wife. You took his unborn child. And his city.
And this is just here to explain kind of everything Superman's lost. And this is from the interrogation scene, which you'll see more of, I think, like immediately after this, and at the end of the trailer. And this is one of the parts that was in the game. This is one part you do see, and that takes place in that time, and this was such a great scene, and it's so tragic what happened. But it's crazy who Superman becomes after, and if you play the game, you know, but I won't give full spoilers in the comics of what he does, because it's pretty brutal.
Why?
After all these years, Batsy, you really need reasons from me?
And then we go to Batman interrogating the Joker, very similar to the Dark Knight, but this time, he's asking him why he nuked Metropolis, and the Joker's like, "You should know me better." Yeah, I don't need reasons, but there is a reasoning given, and that is in the Injustice Year Zero comics, which finished up pretty recently, and I got the graphic novel, I think like a month ago. So, I'm also not going to spoil that. I'll do a full breakdown of everything that happened in the comics. Most likely, it's going to be a brief one. Most likely after the movie comes out. And I'll maybe doing a more in-depth one after I finish my Clone Wars series, which is now coming out. Well, you'll see about that tomorrow. Forgot I recorded it already, but you'll see more about it tomorrow.
What happened to Metropolis can never be allowed to occur again.
And this is a speech that Superman makes at the, I think it's the beginning of the comic, where he's basically, I'll give you a little bit of context here, it's not too much of a spoiler. He says that, basically, he continues on with this saying that there will be no more wars, and that is continued to be, shown in the next set of clips, why he doesn't want any more, why he doesn't, it's how he's stopping wars now, and you'll see that.
You'll throw away everything the Justice League stands for.
So Batman here is telling Superman he's going to destroy the Justice League and what it stands for. And Superman, showing he doesn't care, is stopping wars and war, taking down fighter jets. And this is part of it. This is showing why Superman is, becoming more and more extreme and is taking down everything else. And it is pretty interesting to see Superman, while his descent really starts to begin here, when he starts ending wars, and it gets more and more escalated. But I don't think we're going to see a full escalation because this is only one movie and there is 5 graphic novels, well, 5 years to create movies from, and this can't be all of that. In fact, each year has 2 graphic novels, and the 5th one is 3 graphic novels of all the issues, combined. So it would take a lot, and I'm guessing this is mainly adapted from year 1. But let's look at the final set of clips and talk about my thoughts overall of the movie. And here we have Joker just laughing as Superman comes in. And, well, this is not a spoiler because I'm assuming you've seen played the game before. But this is right before Superman rips the Joker's heart out, and this is such a intense scene. And I'm guessing that's the reason this is rated R. And speaking of it being rated R, I'm kind of surprised it is because the point of Injustice was to have a more family-friendly version of Mortal Kombat with superheroes in it. And yeah, the storyline is pretty dark in the comics. And I'm kind of surprised it was rated R. I thought it'd be like a really hard PG-13, like borderlining on R. Or I thought it was going to be PG-13. I was kind of surprised when I saw it was rated R. And I am so excited for this movie. I cannot wait to see it. It comes out on October 19th, and honestly, I'm almost certain that I'll be getting it around the time. I'm going to be going and, getting it probably day 1 or maybe even pre-ordering. Although going to the store might be a little better, so I could, guarantee to get it in that day because shipping might take a day or 2. But oh, I'm so excited for this. I just cannot wait. Injustice Superman is probably my favorite version of him because of how crazy he is. And there's just so much stuff I would love to say, but it's, happens in the comic, and I don't want to go and spoil this for anyone who hasn't read the comics. I just hope this is a good adaptation. It looks really good, but of course it's a trailer. I really cannot wait for this. It is going to be... That's one of the movies I'm looking forward to the most. And really, I just cannot wait to see it. I think I'm going to have a short video coming out in a little bit about what I think about the new Marvel game reveals from yesterday, including Spider-Man 2, Wolverine, and I'll briefly mention the Guardians game, but I'm not going to be playing the full trailer since that's like a 2-minute trailer. I don't want to go break that down right now. And I am in the process of... Well, I rewatched The Matrix last night. I'm going to watch The Matrix 2 tonight, or tomorrow, and watch The Matrix 3 on either tomorrow or Sunday. So, probably on Monday, I'll have a breakdown of the Matrix 4 trailer. But I just honestly, I've seen the first one. I actually saw it in school, which is also a kind of fun story, but I'm not going to tell that. But I'll be going over that, and yeah, I'll have just what I think about the new Marvel games out in maybe like 10-15 minutes. That's not going to take too long to talk about. I'm just going to look at the 2 trailers and just talk about them. But besides that, I don't think I have much else to say besides that. I recommend you reading the Injustice comics. And I'll see you all in the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.